It's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burke here. Everybody said it won't be. Till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have Turk than me.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man. Everybody going crazy. The whole boxing world is up in arms. I swear they keep us with some news we can use. I give them that. I give them that. I'm telling you, this like a unlimited goddamn episode of All My Children or some shit. But anyway, Canelo Alvarez seems to have left PBC, and I have a different perspective. At first, I was with everybody else. Oh man, yep. Canelo shitted on the PBC, and he did this, and he shitted on Al now. Nah, I don't think it's that. I think they threw his ass away. That's what I think. My only criticism is come out and say that shit. Just like your executive Tim Smith didn't have no problem. You ain't had no problem bringing him out in front of a microphone talking about we don't know what the Spence and Crawford numbers gonna do, so we don't really know about numbers, and that's when y'all wasn't trying to get a guarantee. Come out and say that Canelo ain't big as we thought he was. Just come out and say that 500,000 pay-per-view buys he did with Jermell Charlo was disappointing. Those are disappointing numbers for the face of boxing. And it's led me to a conclusion. I said Tank is the face of boxing. It ain't no face of boxing. There is no face of boxing. Nope. Nah, bro, we just looking. We just wishing on some shit. We just looking. We trying to label somebody that ain't nobody the face of boxing. You got some stars. Ain't nobody the face. Ain't nobody the face of boxing, bro. Nobody. It's too much inconsistency. 500,000 is decent, but with the money they paid Canelo for that fight, bro, they lost money. I know he made over 35 mil. I know he made 30 to 40 mil fighting Jermell Charlo. And Jermell Charlo a name, but he ain't no pay-per-view star. But most fighters ain't. He bigger than John Ryder or some shit. He bigger than Callum them. But that fight was supposed to, when you're the face of boxing, you were supposed to hit a mill with that Jermell fight. He was supposed to do that. And I think PBC, they thought he was going to touch a mill or some shit like that. His numbers ain't adding up to what they're paying him, bro. This motherfucker want $35 million guaranteed to fight Jermell Charlo. I don't even think you deserve $35 million guaranteed to fight David Benavidez, bro. That ain't no $50 million. You need $50 million to fight David Benavidez. He's only selling 60,000 and 100,000 with Caleb. We got to go back. Pay what you weigh. I hate I even said that because that's what Leonard said. I can't stand that motherfucker. If we going to pay you what you weigh. You know, y'all think Tank Davis. Y'all think Tank Davis and Devin Haney is such a huge fight. I'm telling you, nah. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Anyway, now, I just want you motherfuckers to come out and admit it, but you ain't gonna come out. One thing, PBC, that's why I don't respect Al. But Al at one point was the best promoter in boxing. At one point, he done fell off though. I have no problem admitting, and I ain't no motherfucking Al protector or none of that shit. I think all of them ain't shit. I think they all do fuck shit. But one thing I will say, when it comes to draws in boxing, PBC got way more stars than any other promotional company. Yeah, they got more stars than any other promotional company, in my opinion. But Dazn catching up. Eddie Hearn, I'm telling you, bro, he one of the most bootleg hustling ass motherfuckers. I'm telling you, he's I ain't trying to listen. Shout out to what he doing. He helping some fighters and shit like that. But he like the roach of boxing to me. I used to think Lou DiBella was the roach of boxing, but he damn near ain't a factor. You know, he ain't sniffing up under Bob ass. No, Bob done kind of kicked Lou to the curve a little bit. But anyway, Eddie is like the roach of boxing, bro. He just roach. Eddie is so he just want to outdo everybody, especially Aldo. See, Bob put Eddie in his motherfucking place. Yeah, Eddie talked that shit to Frank, but he knew not to talk that shit to Bob. Bob run all these promoters. That's just my opinion. I think all of them, you know, they look up to him like a father or some shit. But anyway, Eddie Hearn is the roach of promoters because what he does is, you know, just like what he does is he done got all this money from these Saudis. He got all this money from his father and them people and shit like that. And they done put all this extraordinary amount of money into the zone. When the zone ain't bringing in the money that Top Rank or PBC is bringing in, when we talk real shit. The zone just started really kind of bringing in a little bread. Over the last 3-4 years, they ain't bringing in shit. At one point, all they had was Joshua. That was it. He been slowly but for surely. He been eating off American fight. He been bringing them on over. He getting Mexican fight. He coming on over here. Because he realized that UK fighters it won't do it, bro. It won't do it. And what he doing is he been overpaying a lot of fighters just to keep them out of the PBC so Al won't get them. Just so Bob won't get them. Just been overpaying fighters. That's all you motherfuckers been doing is just overpaying fighters. It's gonna be 100, bro. Been overpaying fighters. You know? He was hinting at that shit with Devin Honey, before Devin went to Top Rank. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back because we would pay him. We paid him a lot of money. He made a lot of money fighting with us and all that there, and got to talking like as if we really were overpaying his ass and shit like that. But Eddie think he's slick. He ain't happy to have Canelo back, but he happy that Al don't got him no more. Eddie was losing money too, bro. That's why if you look when Canelo left and went to the PBC. Eddie was more fucked up that Al got him. It was more that he didn't give a fuck. It was good riddance. He has made way more money since Canelo left. Made way more money since Canelo left and ain't got to write them huge, non-deserving ass paychecks. I know one thing though. Y'all done got him back. That Haymon Munguia shit, I don't even think it's going to do over 500,000. Haymon Munguia's food. He the food of 168, bro. Food. Straight food. And you can say that shit exciting and talk about the excitement and all the hand speed and how he gonna bang and do that and he ain't gonna run like Jamel did. You can say all that shit, bro. He a knockout waiting to happen. Highlight reel. Canelo gonna clip the shit out of Munguia. Munguia gonna have some good moments with his hand speed. He gonna have some very good moments. It's gonna look competitive till he gets stopped. But so you gonna fight Haymon Munguia, and in September you gonna fight Berlanga. In my opinion, like I said, bro, when the last time Canelo even broke? Because I'm gonna tell you what done it. I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers what really done it. That shit that Tank and Ryan did, that shit shocked the boxing world. It shocked promoters. And everybody, it's like, it's like they got to look into, what I'm saying, what can happen in boxing. Because ain't nobody been doing no 1.2 mil, bro. Ain't nobody been doing them kind of numbers. And it made them look at Canelo. How the fuck can Tank and Ryan do 1.2 mil when you the face of boxing? You ain't never done 1.2 mil. You did a little over $1 million in the first Triple G fight. You did about $1 million with Chavez, and that's because that's Chavez's son. You and Floyd did big numbers. Outside of that, bro, you ain't did no million pay-per-view. Your biggest fight since Triple G has been Caleb Plant. You hit 800,000, and that's because PBC promoted the fuck out that fight. And then when Caleb slapped you and shit like that, PBC promoted the hell out. You did 800 with Caleb. That was your best shit. Why you think Dazn and Eddie ain't came out with them numbers on that Callum Smith fight? What about that pay-per-view? What about the Billy Ho Saunders pay-per-view? What about that? What about those numbers? I would love to know what he did with Rocky Fielding. I would love to know those numbers. I don't think he did 300,000 pay-per-view buys with Rocky Fielding. I would love those Kovalev numbers. It's a lot of fight. We never know his number. When you the face of boxing, we should at least know your numbers every fight. Where's all these, man, Eddie been capping for Canelo's for so many years. Canelo really he owe Eddie. He owe Eddie, and that's why he going back. Because he know he owe him, bro. All that money they overpaid you, bro, and you didn't bring the numbers to that. You didn't bring shit to the zone, bro. You didn't make them bigger, bro. That's what I'm saying. When you're the face of boxing, whoever you sign with, whoever you fighting with, it should be the biggest network in boxing just because you there. Nah, pimpin'. Canelo been scamming the people, bro, and Eddie been it's like the lie nobody want to tell. Bob know he don't sell. That's why, see, Bob will show you motherfuckers Canelo don't sell. You see, Bob ain't offering him no fights. Even if he had fighters over there, he don't give a fuck about having Canelo over there. I ain't finna pay. Bob is not finna pay Canelo no 30, 40 mil. Because he know he don't sell like that, bro. You gonna lose money. So it's like everybody know that they're losing money giving Canelo all this money, but they won't come out and say it. They won't come out and say it. So that's my problem with Al. If the motherfucker want to overcharge you and shit like that, come out and say he ain't worth it. Yeah, come out and say you lost money, bro. But yeah, the boxing world is heartbroken because it seems that the David Benavidez fight just won't happen. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. This ain't no new shit. It ain't no reason for us to try to act a fool now, bro. Canelo has done this his entire career. Way back when he fought Troutman, and he didn't fight neither one of the Charlo twins. The fight Canelo really wanted, and the PBC wouldn't give it to him, was Charlo. He want that fight because it looks good on his resume. I beat both of the twins. And it just the names, he want them on his resume. It just look good or some shit. We ain't gonna talk about him being outside his prime, but he want the other Charlo on his resume. He really want that, but the motherfucker want 35 million guaranteed for it. Just stop it, bro. There is no fight in boxing where Canelo deserves 35 million guaranteed, and I just think we some dumbass fans for not speaking. I don't hear nobody say nothing about it. We don't say nothing about that. I mean, he is the face of boxing. He do bring the people. Not like that, bro. Not like that. Not like that. That John Ryder shit sold between 300 and 500,000 pay-per-view buys, bro. What did the Triple G3 sell? What, about 500, 400? The Triple G3 versus Canelo? What did that shit sell? What did Bivol and Canelo sell? It wasn't over 500,000. So, you know, Tank low-key is bigger than Canelo, but he still ain't the face of boxing because Tank, it's sad. Tank is bigger than Canelo, but he don't have the power Canelo got. Man, Eddie would never offer Tank no 35 million guarantee. Eddie would never do that shit. He wouldn't give a black fighter from America the privilege of saying that they got him out of that kind of money. But he'll do it for Canelo. He'll do it for Canelo to fight Munguia. He might give him 40 mil guaranteed. Sit down. He might give him 40 mil guaranteed. And but I'm gonna tell you something. They're gonna soup this Munguia shit up. They're gonna Mexico. He might as well have that in Mexico. Yeah. Did he fight John Ryder in Mexico? I think he did. Yeah, fight Munguia in Mexico. Munguia is everything Canelo want in a fight. That is somebody gonna come to fight, be right in front of him, and he don't got a chin. Tailor made. It's gonna be one of the easiest fights of Canelo's career. I'm telling you, this gonna be one of the best knockouts since he knocked out old Kirkland. You know another thing, Canelo do got power, but when you look at all his knockouts, how many elite fighters have he stopped? Because when he stopped Caleb, it was 11 rounds and Caleb was already tired. Yeah, it was a good left hook. How many elite fighters have you knocked out outside of Callum Smith and them and Billy Joe? So it just is what it is, bro. That's why I don't care what Canelo do with his career. I'm not interested in who he fights. I don't care who he fights. And you know, the real reason why I got to give a shout out, that's why I like David Morrell. David Morrell is not chasing Canelo. He said, yeah, I'll fight him. I'll beat him right now. He say it. But no. David Morrell going after the one that everybody say is the boogeyman. He going after Dave. I want the one that everybody thinks tough. That's who he going after. He going after Benavidez. And that same smoke is not there, bro. It is not there. It is not there. Benavidez is steady knocking on the door of Canelo, but Morrell tapping him on the back on his back, and he's just ignoring it. So, Nah, bro. It's a lot of fighters that really know that shit is cap, but I'm telling you, and it has a lot to do with racial shit in boxing too. A lot of fans just want to be able to say Canelo is the face of boxing, so it ain't a black fighter that's the face of boxing. I'm telling you, it's so many fans that will lie and continue to lie and say Canelo the face of boxing because they don't want to say Tank the face. They don't want no more black faces of boxing. They trying to eliminate that shit. They gonna do everything they can to try to make Inoue the next face of it. They gonna do it. He finna get an American debut real soon, and it's gonna be against a black fighter. I guarantee it's gonna be against a black fighter, and he gonna knock his ass out in devastating fashion. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Inoue, they finna try that shit. You know, they tried with Loma, but that shit just wouldn't work, bro. They tried with so many fighters. They tried with Triple G. They tried so hard to make this dude a superstar. You know, so they just want to keep the face of boxing not a black face. Boxing is desperate to keep the black fighter. And that's why I don't respect Al. That's why I don't respect you, bro. Look at the opportunity you giving Tim Tszyu. And Keith might upset him. But you putting Tim Tszyu in an American debut against a black fighter that everybody know. Everybody know. So you just don't do the same for black fighters. And it looked like Terrence Crawford probably finna try to fight the winner. I already said I think Boots need to move up and try to be at that fight, bro. You need to move. At this point, bro, I ain't got much else on Boots, bro. You can stay your ass at welterweight trying to unify and shit. That shit ain't shit down there. It ain't no legacy at 147 pimping, so you're gonna have to come to 154. But yeah. And you know what? Like I said, bro, in my opinion, Benavidez is doing the same thing with Canelo that Shakur doing with Tank. Shakur has called Frank Martin a hoe. Devin and his daddy a hoe. Teofimo Lopez, you and your daddy a hoe. But Shakur has never disrespected Tank. When they talk about Tank, Shakur, and I ain't saying you should, but you won't talk aggressive towards him. You won't really say he ducking you like that. You admire it. You get to speaking like, oh yeah, that's a fight with two top pound for pound fight. It is skill. Me and Tank is skill versus skill. He ain't saying, man, I'm gonna beat this bitch ass up. And why you dodging me, Tank? So it just ain't none of that. And I ain't saying it should be, but I'm just saying the energy ain't. You trying to play nice to get the fight. I just wish Shakur, I wish you put pressure on Tank. Y'all in the same weight division. I just wish you put half the pressure that you put on Devin, ain't it? I wish you would put, if you put half the pressure, bro, this fight, more people would talk about it. I just think it's a damn shame. Because, don't get me wrong, the fight I want the most in boxing is Tank versus Dale. That's the fight I want. But the second fight I want the most is Tank versus Shakur. That's the second fight I want the most. But, nobody talks about Tank versus Shakur. And I think it's a damn shame. Oh, and another thing, Shakur, while you out here trying to play Suge Knight and shit, you trying to play big homie to Kid Austin. Kid Austin a dog, and he getting better, and he dangerous. Bro, first you say fight Zepeda. Zepeda ain't finna fight no damn Kid Austin. I don't even know if JoJo gonna fight him. But JoJo I don't know. I think JoJo will fight. I don't think JoJo no hope. But you done said Abdullah Mason. Now Kid Austin gotta get Abdullah Mason. Let me tell you something, bro. That was a flea flicker, a Hail Mary, option, all kind of plays you just tried to run, bro. Nah, bro. No. For one, you know Top Rank wouldn't make that fight with Golden Boy. You know that for a fact. They not finna make that fight, especially not right now. You know that for a fact. You know he not finna get the Abdullah fight. Another thing is, Abdullah, bro, that shit ain't fair. Abdullah, that shit ain't fair. Abdullah right now, I'll say some wild shit, because I think Abdullah and Shushu right now, they can be a world champion in their weight division right now. That's what I think. I think Abdullah can be a 135 champion right now. Yeah. Nah, bro. Nah, bro, that Abdullah Mason shit, that shit ain't even realistic. But I think Abdullah Mason and Bruce Shushu Carrington could be a world champion in their weight division right now. I just think they dead far ahead of the game. That's just what I think. But now, and I don't think Top Rank would make the Keyshawn Davis versus Kid Austin. I just don't think them fights are realistic no more. That's why I ain't even on that no more. I wanted the Kid Austin, Keyshawn Davis. I don't think that fight will happen. What's more realistic? I would like to see Shakur fight Ray Martilla. That's what I'd like to see. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I think Ray Martilla is better than Edwin De Los Santos. Edwin De Los Santos was good, tricky. Ray Martilla is more technically sound. Yeah, and he gonna come for you. I got Shakur though. Don't get it twisted. I got Shakur. Nah, he ain't gonna beat Shakur. No, but it'll be a good fight. And I think that's the best opponent you've ever faced. Ray Martilla would be the best opponent you've ever faced. Robert Garcia got him ready. That motherfucker ready. Cuban fighter. Ray Martilla is ready. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I don't know if Keyshawn Davis is ready for Martilla. I don't know. I'm going to tell you some wild shit. This shit is wild because styles make fights. I could see Keyshawn Davis beating, at 140, beating Teofimo Lopez before I could see him beating Ray Martilla. It's styles. Keyshawn Davis would outbox T.O. Ray Martilla, I don't know if Keyshawn Davis ready for him. I don't know. I think Ray Martilla a little too saucy for Keyshawn, right? I think he's too saucy for him right now. I think Ray Martilla is ready for Shakur. Ray Martilla is ready for Shakur. Ray Martilla would beat Frank Martin. And another thing, I love Kid Austin. You ain't ready for no Ray Martilla. Ray Martilla, the only fighters that's better than Ray Martilla or that's up there is Tank and Shakur. Ray Martilla beat Loma. Nah, Ray Martilla. Abdullah Mason right now beat. I'm gonna tell you some wild shit right now. In my opinion, the version that Loma's finna fight, Abdullah Mason would beat the fuck out of George Kambosos right now. That's what I think. That's just what I think. I think he beat the shit out of George Kambosos. So, bro, stop trying. Bro, you gonna try to put Abdullah Mason on Kid Austin, bro. You threw it out the ballpark then. You hit it out the goddamn ballpark talking about Abdullah Mason, bro. Don't nobody want to see Abdullah. Nobody. And in 2 more years, but you have been moved up to 140 or some shit. Abdullah Mason finna take over. He finna take over. I'll tell you, anybody in this path gonna get flushed. That's just my opinion. I got Abdullah over anybody. That's just my, and Shushu. I got them over anybody. Just anybody. Just anybody. And I know it's starting to seem popular that a lot of fans, they bunch Abdullah and Shushu together. It's just different. That's my number 1 and number 2 prospect. It's just different, bro. They just different. It's more than skill and talent. It's the mentality that they have. It's the killer. It's the kill. It's that killer instinct. It's everything, bro. So yeah, I think Abdullah Mason would beat the shit out of George Kambosos right now. Abdullah would beat the fuck out of JoJo Diaz right now. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. If Kid Austin was to fight Abdullah Mason right now, even though Kid Austin got more experience, bro, you ain't finna beat no Abdullah Mason. I'm telling you, I want to go so far as to say I got Abdullah over Loma. Yeah, I got Abdullah over Loma. I'm just telling you, bro, the more fights he get, it's gonna look like a cheat code. It just ain't gonna look fair. It ain't gonna look fair. Y'all damn near need to put your elite competition in there with Abdullah and Shushu right now, because in a year or 2, they're gonna be too dangerous. They're gonna be too dangerous, bro. Way too dangerous. Too much goddamn sauce. And you know, Andy Cruz, hell of a fighter. And I think him and Keyshawn gonna be like a super fight. Andy Cruz is special, hands down, without a doubt. You sit down on your punches, and that's a good thing. Bozy. And Bozy, I think he got the best gym. I think he a top 3 trainer. Andy Cruz is just... I love the offense. I love sitting in the pocket. And I love that he not on his back foot. I love that. But I think he's too aggressive. I think he was too knockout hungry. I just think he was too, because certain opponents, you're going to get your ass clipped like that. But that dude had no power, and Andy Cruz had no respect for the dude's power. And he was just a little overly aggressive, in my opinion. Which leads me, bro, I keep trying to hint at, bro, what they got going. I get it, bro. Knockouts can come sometimes, bro, but you ain't going to always get the knockout. You just ain't going to always get the knockout. That is a fairy tale, how they trying to, you think you're supposed to go out there every time and get a knockout. There's nothing wrong with trying to go for the knockout. But sometimes when you get so desperate for the knockout, bro, you'll get Marquez Pacquiao, you'll get clipped, bro. You'll get clipped. So, it's a such thing. Boxing act like it ain't no such thing as a strategic boxer puncher. I'm going to strategically outbox you, but if I hurt you, I'm going for the kill. If one of these shots hurt you, I'm gonna get you out of there. But I'm just going to outbox you, bro. I'm going to beat you up, outbox you. But I ain't finna overly go for the kill and get my ass countered with some shit from a lesser fighter. So, Andy Cruz, you got to learn that. And Bozy, I know you teach this friendly style, that Philly shit. He getting too aggressive. Too aggressive. Too much looking for the knockout to impress the crowd, bro. Sometimes, nah, bro. Nah, bro. Because you giving up your talent. You giving up your slickness. Andy Cruz, you can damn near not hit him in the whole fight if he don't want you to hit him. Nah, bro. It just... I still want to see the sauce, bro. I still like the Olympic shit. How defensive he was. I still like that shit. Yeah, you can sit down on your punches. Don't forget your defense, though. Don't forget what got you here. So we just get a little too knockout crazy. But bro, Canelo, he just pimping on fighters. These fighters is just it just ain't enough. It just ain't enough. It just never enough. But I'm just telling you, between Benavidez it's just desperation. Haymon Munguia, desperation. And the fact that him beating John Ryder, everybody act like he's so deserving. Why nobody keeps saying, why does he have 48 fights and we only know 3 opponents? Let me say this, though. Edgar Berlanga, that's a cool fight. Because Edgar Berlanga's size. And even though Munguia do got power and he got fast hands, Edgar Berlanga got heavy hands. I think Canelo got a higher ring IQ than Berlanga. But Berlanga do got power. I'd favor Canelo. I'd favor him, but I'd like to see how Canelo take Berlanga shots. I'm real interested in that. It's the power. I don't think Munguia hurt Canelo. I think Berlanga probably could. I don't think Munguia hurt Canelo. I don't think he gonna hurt him. I don't see Munguia hurting or wobbling or none of that shit. Berlanga can hurt anybody at 168. Yeah, motherfucker can punch. He can punch. So that's a cool little fight. I really don't give it. I don't care what Canelo does, bro. I just really don't care. If he was to go back and fight Bivol, I'd look more forward to that shit. Because you're going back and getting the smoke from the motherfucker that beat the shit out you. I respect that more than any of these decisions. And like I said, I wouldn't have been mad at the Jamal fight. Because, yeah, Jamal gone, feed your family and shit like that. I wouldn't have been mad at it. I wouldn't have been mad at it at all. Somebody you've ducked over 5 years. You only been ducking David Benavidez for, what, a year and a half. It's fighters you've been ducking way longer than. So we just pick and choose when we tired of some shit. But I just wish Al and one of his executive motherfuckers could just come out and tell the truth, bro. You didn't make the money off Canelo that you thought you would have. And it's a reason why Eddie Hearn was hiding them DAZN numbers for because it just had Al and them and everybody thinking Canelo just selling 1 million pay-per-views like with all these Callum fights and Liam fights. Nah, bro. They were losing money. I'm telling you, boy, Eddie Hearn damn near got some of that slave money. I mean, it ain't nothing in the world more valuable than that cotton money. I'm gonna tell you, yeah. Some of his peoples from back in the game, yeah, they owned a couple farms and shit. Yeah, he got slave money in his family. But yeah, that money long than a motherfucker. Cause Eddie Hearn, he will overpay your ass. Eddie Hearn will overpay the shit out your ass. But I'm gonna tell you something. Eddie don't need Canelo no more, and he know it. He know it. And I bet you he won't pay him what he was paying him. Because Eddie got so many. He got Andy Cruz. He got Matias. He got Devin Haney. He got so many fighters now that's talented and coming up. He don't need them. And Canelo on his way out the door. So, like I said, bro, there is no face of boxing. It is not one, bro. Since Floyd, bro, there has not been a face of boxing. There has not been. Canelo is a star. Tank is a star. Devin is a star. Shakir is a star. Yeah. Joshua a star. You know, it's a couple of stars, but there ain't no face of boxing. I'm gonna tell you something. Joshua was damn near the face of boxing when he knocked out Klitschko, and when he was knocking out Povetkin now, and Joseph Parker. He was damn near the face of boxing. He was bigger than Canelo. They didn't want to admit that shit though. But yeah, bunch of overpaid ass fighters, bro, and shit like that. They just want to say so badly that Canelo is the face of boxing. They just want to embed that in our minds to believe that. But I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't hear his name in the barbershop. I don't hear. Yeah, but everybody know who he is. But no, ain't nobody checking for Canelo, bro. Only these dusty ass, thirsty ass fighters, bro, and these overpaying ass dumb promoters. Ain't nobody checking for Canelo. And like I said, that Canelo Benavidez is the most overhyped fight that I've seen in a long time. Overhyped as shit. Overhyped. And like I said, I don't respect it when you got somebody knocking at your door like Morrell, and you trying to act like you don't see that shit. And he gonna chase you to 175, so, you know, you ain't even got to come back down. Morrell will meet you up there. But everybody desperate and fighters just looking for a payday or whatever. That shit ain't what you think it is. Look how quiet Jamel been since this shit. That shit ain't all what it's cracked to be. You know, even if he had to put up a good fight, bro, fighting Canelo, that shit ain't all what you think it is, bro. I'm going to be honest, though. I do think the Berlanga fight going to be bigger. They're going to do the Mexico-Puerto Rico thing. That shit going to be some... They're going to start showing all the old Puerto Rican legends and fighting the Mexican fight. That shit... Because I think Berlanga, yeah, he ain't big as Matias when it comes to having a Puerto Rican fan base, but he bigger than Zayas. Yeah, Berlanga got some push. So yeah, that's gonna be some shit. Berlanga versus Canelo, it's gonna be some shit. But I just don't think Canelo is that exciting of a fighter that I'm just always tuned into his fight. It's just way more fighters I enjoy watching. Way more fighters. But yeah, you ain't dropped the ball. You just you got tired of paying that motherfucker. You just wasn't trying to pay him all that money. But yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.